Hi, everybody.
Hi.
I'm Tina.
And I'm Priscilla,
We are.
the Sensei sisters.
One day we'll get the Zoom thing worked out. Our topic today, what we wanted to talk to you guys about, is the voices in your head. People that have said things to you in the past, or um, things you've said to yourself that stop you from being who you want to be. I went to a class. I don't know if I ever told you this story, Priscilla. I went to a class. And in the class, the teacher was talking about gremlins. And he said the gremlins are the things, that voices in your head that stop you. And I said, my gremlin is myself. It's nobody else. It's myself and all the pressure I put on myself. But I think probably things that I've been told in the past, or things that I'm re-saying to myself that I shouldn't say. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I know exactly what you mean. Like the little voice that keeps telling you, you shouldn't be eating that, or you know. Sometimes it's your conscience, but uh, sometimes we think it's our conscience, but it's just a little mean person inside of us who's being hard on us. Like the other day when was it yesterday? 2 days ago, when I was trying to cut moldings for the closet, that I decided I wanted moldings on the floor, baseboards in the closet in my son's room. I'm doing some renovations in here. This is his room that I'm in. And I kept texting my family and saying, how do you do this? This is wrong. How do we do this? And I was struggling, and I just could not. I kept saying, why am I doing this? I suck at this. I shouldn't even be trying this. You should, leave this for somebody else or whatever. But, I like to do things myself. And then I get all upset and frustrated when it's not working the way that I want it to work. I honestly, when it goes wrong and I'm trying to follow all the directions, that can be frustrating, but I'm too hard on myself, thinking it's my fault, and I shouldn't try. And it's the Nemo thing again, you think you can do these things, Nemo, but you can't. But I can, and I do get some stuff right. So I feel like it's good for me to keep trying to do my little projects and stuff.
Yeah, I think in your case, it's the opposite of Nemo. You don't think you can do them, but you really can, because you've done Chloe's bedroom and it looks great. And now Joey's bedroom is already looking great. So stop telling yourself that. It's easy to say, right?
Mm-hmm.
I shared with Priscilla this morning that, like everyone else, I posted my high school picture. And on a side note, somebody posted something that we shouldn't be doing that, because sharing what year we graduated from high school and what high school we went to is giving people information to steal our identity. And I thought that was kind of funny, because most people have that on their LinkedIn or their Facebook profiles anyway. So it's not new information. Back to the point, I shared my high school picture, and I wrote in, when I shared it, I said, I've gotten better with age, or something like that, because I always thought that I was so ugly in high school. And I just hated what I looked like as a kid. And it wasn't until probably 2 or 3 years ago that I started to really feel comfortable in my own skin. So in my mind, I got more attractive with age. And not that I'm that attractive, but enough to make myself feel better. And so going back and looking at my pictures when I was a kid, it was like I had this revelation that, oh my God, I wasn't as ugly as I thought I was. I was pretty cute. So I have a different opinion now, and wish that I had known then what I know now. But, I had the mean girls. I'm sure you went through that too, Priscilla. Had the mean girls that said my skin was too white, my teeth were too big, my nose was too big, my hair was too stringy. And I internalized all of that stuff, and just for years didn't feel comfortable in my own skin. Thought AJ married me because he felt sorry for me.
Really, he just needed you to kick his butt. That's when I posted my senior picture. and I pulled out my senior yearbook and I started flipping through it. I remembered that there's a section in there. We had this thing, I don't know if it was an 80s thing. I don't know when it came about or if it was just, well, I graduated from high school in 91. Oh, now everybody knows. I'm sure people can do math though. But if you looked in my book, you would see there's a section called dot dots, and everybody had to do these dot dots. And what it was you were supposed to come up with little meaningful 1 or 2 word things or little phrases, little quotes, little references, and it could be inside jokes or whatever, or things that your friends would understand, but maybe not everybody else. Or it could also be little thank you to people or whatever, to your parents or whatever. And so the dot dots were like, breakfast by the lakefront, dot, 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 don't know what to wear to prom or whatever, like little things in between when in references to whatever. And one of the other girls put me in her dot dots, and it was not a friend. She put run Priscilla dot, dot, dot. So that was a reference to, in PE, they would always laugh at me because I ran slow. And she made that eternalized in our senior yearbook.
Oh my gosh, you've never told me that story.
And well, I mean, it's not something you want to talk about, but it always ticked me off. And I was like, and I thought of it and I thought, why am I thinking about
to kick their butt?
Yeah, well, I Googled this person. Probably anybody, I don't know if anybody's looking. I don't know if anybody's going to watch this who graduated with me and would have the yearbook so they could go back and look, but they might figure out who I'm talking about. But I tried Googling her name one time, and it came up with like a picture of this homeless looking person, and I kind of laughed, which is horrible.
Not that we laugh at homeless people, because
no,
but sometimes it makes us feel good when people who are mean to us. Oh my goodness, I'm so
but it probably wasn't her. But
to you, if you had told me that, I probably would have got arrested because I was 12 years older than you. But I would have gone and kicked your butt for sure, But I had people say things like that to me too, because when we were in PE, I was not a physical kind of person. And now look at you, you're a Zumba instructor and you're a beast when you're teaching your Zumba classes.
I still run.
That's true. You don't. I don't run well either. In fact, PJ, when PJ was alive, if I ran through the house for anything, he would stand behind me and yell, "Run, Forrest, run!" Because I don't run well. But yeah, it's just, I had experiences like that too. I went to public high school, and yeah, I was discriminated against quite a bit, and I was so white that people made fun of me because of my white complexion. My legs were so white. Not a racial thing, but just literally my skin is so white, right? And so when I would have my gym shorts on, they would like say terrible things about my legs, like Snow White and things like that, because my legs are so white. I don't tan, I burn. And what else? Like I said, my stringy hair, they would say, "Do you ever wash your hair?" And I'm like, "I washed it last night. It's just stringy. It just doesn't look," my hair was really oily too, which I know you can relate to. But yeah, it's terrible. And there's always, I guess, there's still mean girls, and mean guys too. I'll never forget one time this guy that had long hair and was not very popular and just kind of disheveled was sitting next to me in class all year long for something, and he cut his hair and it like changed his appearance completely. You could see that he had these gorgeous eyes, and so I'm thinking I'm going to encourage him, right? And so we were getting up and walking out of class together, and I said, "I just want to tell you, I really love your haircut. It really looks great." And he goes, "And do I care why? Why do I care?" And I'm like, well, never mind. Forget that I complimented you. But I was really, I mean, I was angry, but I was also really hurt because I thought I was doing something good. And he just snapped at me. But
Mm,
and then you worry about your kids going through that, right? I know you must have worried about
yeah.
your girls and probably still do worry about Joey and Chloe. Are they going
Mhm.
to go through something like that?
Yeah, I well, and the opposite is true too. Like I'm constantly saying, are you nice to people? Are you, careful how you treat people? Like, oh, probably they probably get irritated with me, you know, and I say to them, I know you're a nice kid and stuff, but sometimes even nice kids can say something that's hurtful and not realize. Like, because kids will blurt stuff out and it just comes off the top of their head because their brains are not fully formed yet.
That's
And,
true.
all the way through college, the people are still growing and learning and developing. So that, it's not until you become a very mature adult that you start to realize, something you might have done or said in the past that could have been hurtful. And it's like as we did our whole thing about it's never too late to apologize. So
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
touched on that then, but um,
I
we,
actually, and I don't know if I told you that, but when we were talking about the apology thing, I actually did get an apology from somebody that had just, and I never really expected an apology, but it was really nice to get it from somebody that had said some things in the past. And I thought, that fits so well with our never. That's not our topic for today.
well, it's related. But you were saying earlier also about good voices too, because you're talking about mom.
Yeah.
And so shout out to mom.
Yeah. So I was saying to Priscilla, one of my favorite movies is with Sandra Bullock and Hugh Grant. It's 2 weeks notice. And in the movie, she's talking about her mom, and I forget the exact wording, but she says something like, she's going to always be the voice of reason in my head that helps me make sure I'm on the straight and narrow, basically. And I told Priscilla, I'm so thankful that we lived in a house where our parents were good people. They really were. And I had a table topic question the other night where somebody said, what do you want people to think about you after you're gone? And I said, I want them to think I was a good person because that's really important to me. And I think that I'm thankful for mom and dad, because um, mom was always just so dedicated to her work. I mean, I think she worked at Delgado for 37 years and maybe missed one day of work, if that. I don't even know if she missed one day. But yeah, and so that instilled in both of us, in all of us, in all four of us, the work ethic. And Eric's the same way with his job. And I can't say that I didn't miss any work for sick leave, but um, I definitely was dedicated to my job. And it's a good thing. And so that's that good voice, that voice telling you to be a good person.
Mhm.
And you have
Mhm.
some voices too, like when you try to instill in your kids how, because PJ and Josh both went through a phase where they would say, I'm an idiot, if they couldn't get their schoolwork. And it's like, you're not an idiot. You just are not understanding. Let's work it out.
Oh, it's funny you said that. I was doing something in here. One of the things I was trying to put in pieces of the floor or something, and I did it wrong, and I was like, "Oh, I'm so stupid," and I said it out loud in front of my kids. Big no, no, I know, but it just came out because I was so frustrated. And Joey and he goes, "Don't say that. You're not stupid." And
Aww.
thank you.
That's awesome. But that means you did good. And so sometimes it's good for us to be vulnerable in front of our kids because then they step up to the plate and show us what we've taught them, right?
Hmm. He actually found me. I was in here trying to nail in some quarter round, and I could not. It did not want to get nailed to the wall. Like it was so frustrating. I don't know. I don't know if I got the wrong kind or what. It's not the same thing I had originally that I was using, but I ordered online and picked it up at Lowe's. That was an experience. I don't know if anybody else has had better luck with that, but the stuff that I had originally, it doesn't look like it. So I don't know if they gave me the wrong thing or what. I mean, it's wood, but I don't think it's not the same kind of wood, and it looks a little smaller, and it's really hard to get the nails through. So I don't know if it's like, I don't know what the difference is. I'm not that highly skilled with this stuff. I guess it could be treated lumber as far as or something, and this isn't the stuff I had before, but couldn't nail it to the wall. Got so frustrated, and I put everything down, and I just laid on the floor on my back, and it was just like, and I think I had let out a yell or something before, just a exasperated, yelp or whatever. And I just like lay down and I lay it on my back on the floor, like, this is terrible. I hate this. I don't want to do this anymore. And Joey comes walking and he looks at me. He's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "No, this is dumb. I hate doing it." He just laid down on top of me and patted me and gave me kisses.
Aw, he's so sweet. I miss my babies.
Taking care of me. And so it's a little bit of role reversal happening over here.
Yeah. But you know what? It just makes them better. I remember at one point when I was kind of having a meltdown about something, Joshua came and sat on the sofa by me and put his arm around me. He goes, "I think you just need a hug."
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So it's important to have. So that brings up the point that when you have these negative voices in your head, it's important to surround yourself with people who are going to lift you up. And thank God for Zoe and Chloe and people around us that lift us up. So that is our message for today. Don't listen to the bad voices. Listen to the good voices.
Yes. Listen to your mama and your 9-year-old.
If your mom is good to you, man. If you have a mean mama, don't listen to her.
Our mom.
We're blessed. We had a good mama.
Still do.
Love you guys. Thank you for tolerating us not being in the same room and for continued watching as we stumble through this COVID-19. For now, make yourself a priority.
Take care of you.
Bye.